Act 2. The movie is progressing. In the second act of Space Jam, the story shifts into full training and prep mode with Michael Jordan officially joining the Looney Tunes cause. It starts with MJ golfing with Larry Bird and the comedic titan Bill Murray. After being comically pulled through a golf hole into Toon World, Michael learns the Looney Tunes must beat the Monstars in a basketball game to avoid being enslaved. At first skeptical, he agrees to help. Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck retrieve Jordan's basketball gear from his house in a slapstick sequence involving his dog. The Toon Squad begins practice, but the Monstars' size and intimidation make it clear that the team needs some serious work. We see a series of comedic training moments where the Looney Tunes use their cartoon abilities in play. Meanwhile, in Human World, the NBA reels from the sudden loss of multiple stars' talent. Games are canceled, arenas are shut down, and the affected players undergo bizarre medical tests. The act ends with Michael Jordan finally getting his hoop gear after a successful mission by Bugs and Daffy. Guys, what do we think about the second act? Let's go with Lucas. Anything stand out?
I like how none of them actually had shoes.
None of them did?
No, remember that they
I
all get the
did
shoes?
not notice that.
I think he was the only one that had like boots. Because remember, he asked them to go get his shoes and shorts. He's like, "Does anybody wear sneakers?"
Oh yeah, I was about to say like the only two that I can think of is Yosemite and Elmer Fudd. Yeah,
yeah, and also what I noticed about the act 2 was it was kind of scary because it kind of reminded me of the pandemic times a little bit.
It kind, it was it foreshadowing almost. It felt like it's foreshadowing, right?
It became a meme.
It did, yeah.
COVID.
They had like something over the entire LA Forum, like covering up the arena, which is weird. I don't know how you did that, but yeah, they had to get the basketball players. Was it Sean Bradley, Larry Johnson, Charles Barkley, Ewing, and Muggsy Bogues? They all had to get tests and try to figure out why did they lose all their talent all of a sudden?
I like how they were getting interviewed, and you see Del Harris. He's like, "Oh, it's everything's gonna be all right." And then you got Vlade Divac. He's like, "Invasions of the Body Snatchers."
I did like the casting of a 7'6" Sean Bradley and 5'3" Muggsy Bogues.
That was for a reason.
When they were in Madison Square Garden, I was like, "Oh, this is like COVID." It's like the hysteria around it, and the stakes are really high. Like the stakes were really, really high. Of like the monsters were pretty nasty.
Yeah,
like they were scary.
They were definitely hacking.
Yeah, they were scary. So
no fouls called.
Yeah.
Well, when their powers got stolen, and then they actually absorbed the power, and they grew. In that one scene, you see the moon in the background, and the camera's looking up at them. That's an iconic scene. And also in Act 2, you see Bugs meet MJ, and then Bugs gives him a kiss, and MJ is like in his element acting with all these characters that aren't even in front of him. And we also get introduced to Bill Murray, who, let's be honest, guys, without Bill Murray in this movie, it does not succeed.
No. It does not.
Because he brings that humor for the adults, who ironically in 84, right, he came to prominence. I mean, he was already on SNL, but Ghostbusters came out in 84. What year was MJ drafted? 84. So those two kind of like rose at the same time, and then they met at this special moment in 96. And Bill Murray was hilarious. I mean, remember, he's on the golf course. MJ disappears.
Don't you steal my thunder with the.
All I'm gonna say is Bill Murray was like cheating. Like MJ disappears and he's going back with Bird, and he's like, I'll just put the score. It's like that, and I wonder if that's even in the script. Ben. That's probably improvised.
Yeah, I mean, not to like just him wanting to be a professional basketball player so bad is so funny,
right?
Yeah,
without Bill Murray, this movie is not as successful.
It's a good point.
Yeah. When the first time you see Bill Murray, he's golfing, and you think of Bill Murray, you think of Caddyshack, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that was the first thing I thought of. This is from Caddyshack. It's like their worlds merged together or something. I don't know, but he was a great addition to this movie.
So you remember that scene where all the NBA players were sitting around the seance in the crystal ball, and the gypsy is telling them like, "Oh, these aliens have come to Earth," and then Michael Jordan has to save everyone, and then they're like, "Nah, we don't believe it." And then I think it was Sean Bradley was like,
Let's try some acupuncture.
I want to point out something else with Michael Jordan and his acting here. Yeah. When a lot of in the 90s, and I mention this because my daughter loves the Muppets, right? I'm not changing gears, but I'm making a comparison here. Two of the best Muppet movies from the 90s was Muppets Christmas Carol with Michael Caine and Treasure Island with Tim Curry. And the reason why those worked, and I say this because it's a similar thing where real actors are playing with non-fictional characters, is because Michael Caine treated them like real actors, and Tim Curry treated himself as a Muppet like the rest of the cast. And I think that Michael Jordan, I think, I'm just speculating, but I suspect that he, in his head, was treating these, cartoon characters as if they were real actors.
Yeah, or something. The universal,
yeah,
the universal connection.
I think that's because he was being filmed. He was acting with actual people.
Yeah,
that's probably how it helped.
Yeah. So anyway, that being said, I'm gonna get into our segment 3 here, and we're gonna be talking about NBA cast members. So the first thing I want to talk about is how these guys got casted. Some of these guys were just casted based off of notoriety. Ewing, Larry.
So
Johnson.
Casted is, and actors say this all the time. It's cast. You just say cast.
Okay, well they got cast. It's partially on popularity. Ewing, Larry Johnson, Bradley. I think Barkley had the friendship connection with Michael. And if you really wanted popularity, you would have brought Shaq in. But you didn't, because Michael Jordan just got beat by Shaq.
Yeah, I think and don't forget about Blue Chips.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did. He was in that too. But I did find it.
Lucas is right, because in researching the production, did Shaq make the finals that year?
I think so. Yeah.
I think
95. Yeah,
yes.
They did.
Yeah, so I think the Knicks might have been bounced a little earlier than they had been. So I think the casting was probably around that as well. Yeah.
Well,
maybe it was Shaq instead of Sean Bradley.
Yeah. Well, I do want to note that I do have an article here about how Muggsy Bogues landed the part. Because Muggsy Bogues, smallest player in the NBA, not necessarily the most popular name, but not like a superstar or anything. He was injured and was playing in this movie. He was recovering from an injury.
I did notice that while rewatching this movie. The scene where the 3 tall guys walking in the hospital and then hit their heads?
Yeah.
If you go back and watch, Muggsy Bogues isn't walking. He's in a chair.
Not? Yeah, he was in a wheelchair.
It looks like he's floating.
Yeah, you can't see it. Yeah, you can't see it, but he wasn't walking.
That's an interesting thing. I didn't know that he was injured. I thought it was just part of the gag that he was in a wheelchair and they had the 3 tall guys walking.
Speaking of Muggsy Bogues, Lucas, I just got to give you one of my favorite quotes from the movie. So when they were all they were sitting down in I guess it was a therapy office with a psychologist. Yeah. So Ewing and all those guys are being talked to, and Muggsy's like,
"What are you saying? That I'm trying to disobey my mama?" "I didn't say that. You did, Muggsy. But I love my
mom." Larry Johnson's like,
"I've been MRI, EKG, X-ray."
Those guys, their lines, they definitely nailed it, and they hit the mark on that.
Well, that's another thing. I guess that's the next thing I wanted to go to was, what was some of your favorite lines? I'll start off with mine first. Mine is Bill Murray. I didn't catch this as a kid, but I got it as an adult now, so I find it so much more funnier. Basically, Bill Murray said, well, not a lot of white guys get into the NBA. But he was like, what about Larry? He's like, Larry's not white. He's
clear.
Clear, yeah, or see-through. And I don't know, it's so...
See-through?
Like Claire Denson? I don't know exactly the term, but yeah, he's basically clear. And he's like, he's not white. I don't know. I just found really
clear.
Yeah, I forget the actual term here, but it was really funny. And so that's what I found funny. Anyway, that was my favorite line. What about you guys?
I'll go first. I go back to when Jordan asked them to go get his shoes and his shorts. He's like, hey, they're my favorite North Carolina shorts. I wear them underneath. Yeah. I wear them underneath every game. He's like, ew.
Did you guys notice how on that special mission with Bugs and Daffy, they're sneaking around MJ's house and his kids are like, sleeping.
Yeah.
The whole time, Daffy is just so condescending and sarcastic toward Bugs.
Of course.
Your Highness.
That's Daffy, yeah.
But that's just, it's funny how they put that in that scene, and then the dog is getting in the way. Like,
and
that was a nice...
the kids was like, kids didn't even care. They like nothing really happened. Like,
That in a lot of movies though, because I remember him from like Little Nicky and Van Wilder too.
That's the same dog?
The same dog?
I think it is.
You can Wikipedia it, because the dog from Silence of the Lambs has been in a ton of things too.
Yeah, animals get cast a lot. So.
There's like a meme about that dog's resume. The dog that's put in the basket is super famous. It's been in a ton of movies. My favorite scene is when it's Bill Murray again. It's when he's drawing up a play, and then he's like really locked in, and then MJ is like, Bill, we're on defense. And he's like, oh, he's like, that's you, man. And then like just the timing of it. And that was the best moment between him and MJ, in my opinion.
So, Ben, here's how it went down, because I took my notes. So they go into the huddle, and they're getting ready to draw up a play, like Ben said, and MJ starts speaking. Bill Murray comes out of nowhere. Here's how I see it, Duck. You kick it to the girl bunny, down in the post. Dish it to the guy bunny. Swing it to Michael over here. Michael, you go to the hole, and you dominate. And that's when it's like, whoa, Bill. We're on defense. That's the type of scene that gets the adults back in and kind of overlook all the Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
So now we're going to talk about the epic pickup game that happened while filming. Now, Ben hinted towards this, that they built him his own court, because this was after the Chicago lost their series against Orlando, and Michael was determined that that would never happen again. And guess what? He was right. So besides the players that were in the movie, save Muggsy Bogues, because, you know, he's still injured, there were other players that were in these games. Alonzo Mourning was in it. Grant Hill, Rod Strickland, Glenn Rice, Juwan Howard, Steve Smith, Cedric Sabalas. I mean, Cedric was in the movie, but Shaquille O'Neal came by. Magic came by. Reggie Miller showed up.
I wish they would have recorded that.
No, there's video footage.
They do. There's
in the last
footage,
dance.
yeah.
In the last dance, they did.
Well, I mean, like the
segment.
the whole game or something.
Yeah.
And Tracy,
there is footage of it though.
Yeah.
So, and I guess another person that was there was Tracy Murray. Now I don't know who this guy is. I'll be honest.
He was a good player.
But he said, according to him,
Wizards.
He said it was like an NBA All-Star game every day.
Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the whole time, MJ was sizing up his opponents going into the next season. It was like he was spying on.
He's like, I'm about to win 72
opponents.
games. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Now I think veteran center Olden Polonic came and made the mistake of thinking, "Oh, this is." Yeah, no.
Olden who? What's that name?
Is it Polonies?
Is it Polonies?
Polonies, sorry. I don't. Guys, I was 6 when this happened.
Can you say his
name?
No,
and Olden Polonies was like an OG back in the 90s, so you definitely don't know him.
What did you say again, Lucas?
Olden, I don't remember.
Polonich?
Yeah, I don't know.
It sounds like the Chick-fil-A sauce.
I mean,
Polonich.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a bad chick. I'm just going to say that.
It doesn't sound bad at all.
But yeah, no, I can't actually. He came in the mistake of thinking it's a summer game. They're going to be bull-essing. Come to find out, they weren't bull-essing. So he was not prepared for those games.
Michael Jordan physically wasn't prepared for the NBA season. They made note of that during The Last Dance, and he had a baseball body. He had to get back to a basketball body. So the physical training was more important, I would say, than the actual scrimmage games that he was playing, the 5-on-5 games that he was playing. If Michael Jordan, I don't think he needs to scout the best players in the league. He knows who they are. But to get his groove back, you could say, those games meant a lot to him and the Bulls winning 3 championships.
And here's the other thing. They also want to credit the singer D'Angelo for his first album dropped that summer, and apparently they were played at the pickup games.
Really? Okay. 96. I remember.
Like
Brown Sugar. That was the album.
Yeah. And apparently, And then apparently Don McLean.
Never heard of him.
He was the former Pac-10 scoring champion, all-time scoring champion. He was there too, and apparently that got. Apparently he messed with Jordan, and then Jordan took it personally.
Really, Jordan took something personally?
I mean,
would never imagine that.
Never imagine.
Yeah,
He told him, thanks for coming. Make sure you come back. And I'm thinking, okay, that's cool. McClane said, not thinking Jordan was plotting his revenge. When McClane did show up a couple weeks later, he played for the first time of the first game of the night. Jordan walks out to the court, says, I got McClane, and did not let me touch the ball for the entire game. And I was trying, and he was not letting me touch the ball.
Yeah, don't poke the bear, as they say.
Don't poke
right?
the bear.
Yeah.
Don't poke the bear. Real or rumor? Okay. Well, here's some interesting facts. I want you guys. So, getting NBA players was relatively easy, except for one player. Can you guys tell me who the one player they had a hard time getting and ended up, I believe, not being able to get?
Well, there's an elephant in the room about it's all over the media. Scottie Pippen wasn't in it.
No. Yeah, he wasn't in there, but like that's not who I'm talking about.
You're trying to see which player did not want to be part of it?
No, that they could not get in.
Oh, they couldn't get in. Oh.
Probably Shaq.
Okay, so Shaq's Ben's answer.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Magic. I mean, they had Bird in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you say Magic. Okay, fair.
I'll go with. Oh man, who was 90? Gary Payton.
All right, you are all three wrong.
All right.
George Murad.
George Murison.
George Murison.
Yeah, they could not get him involved. I guess that I would suspect that they wanted him to be the
Sean Bradley.
Sean
he was
Bradley,
in a movie.
Yeah.
He was in a movie too.
I think they're like the same height.
Well, no,
he was in My
taller.
Giant. He was giant.
He was 7'7".
Yeah.
Bradley was 7'6". So the NBA probably wanted the shortest player in the NBA.
Yeah.
The tallest player. That's
especially Hollywood.
For the kids.
Yeah.
He actually wasn't a bad player, I remember, right?
I feel like he was their Boban.
Yeah.
Probably. I could see that.
Yeah. They almost didn't get Bill Murray. What did you guys think that Jordan had to do in order to get Bill Murray to be in this movie?
Oh, that's a good question.
Sign some sneakers.
Sign sneakers. Maurice says that.
Floor seats? Yeah, that was my guess. Yeah.
You are all wrong. Jordan had to call and ask Bill personally.
Okay.
Really?
To get
I'm
him to be
into
in the
that.
movie.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, they're both
Yeah.
kind of goats, and yeah, it makes sense.
I mean,
Isn't-
Bill Murray was. I'm trying to think of a modern day comedian that is on like his level. I guess he's kind of like the. I'm trying to think of like actor comedian because he's not like Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle, but like I'm thinking of like trying to think
He's
of
the
like
best white guy right now.
like Seth Rogen. I guess he's kind of like the Seth Rogen of back then. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I guess you could say it. Slapstick comedy.
Yeah,
I
a
can
little
see
bit.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe more Fallon, because
Maybe-
Fallon's a little funnier.
It depends on what your preference is.
Yeah, Lucas. So we're going to swing back over and talk about Act 3, and then Maurice is going to take us out with some